think 2022 it really leans into what you mentioned earlier in terms of all those free agents and all the originals and all the pillars. I think you really are setting up for a year-long battle royal.
So we see how they mix.
Exactly. A year-long, incredibly tumultuous battle royal of, oh, well, I came from WWE and I never watched your product, but I'm super over. Or I've been here the whole time. Both are annoying.
Yeah.
Both opinions are entitled and annoying, but they make for great wrestling.
For the fans, I thought the best thing that we could do as a company was bring MJF back.
Because he wants me to work with pricks constantly. That's what it is.
Nevertheless, two of the top wrestlers in the world, MJF and CM Punk, could be a big match down the line.
Yeah, come on.
Upset about it is because if you're an EVP, you don't try to middle your top babyface. Try to get your niche audience that's on the internet to hate him for some made-up bullshit rumor. Really pisses me off. Stepping on your own dick, trying to fucking, make money, sell tickets, fill arenas, and these stupid guys think they're in Reseda.
What is the message that you're trying to direct towards MJF this time around? Because you did have a feud with him a couple months ago.
I mean, do I have to? I guess. I don't know. I'm tired of wrestling these pricks. I'm tired of wrestling these kids that think they know everything. But I'm not the boss.
Do you like Dark Elevation?
I appreciate it, Nick. I'm sorry if I'm a little fucking snippy. I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired and I work with fucking children.
Okay, tell me, did you watch Rampage this week?
Competition out there, but when I compared myself to Jim Crockett Promotions this weekend, I think I got a taste of the same medicine Jim Crockett Promotions took. But I have a lot more fucking money than Jim Crockett did, and I'm serious. I'm not gonna sit back and take this fucking shit.
Did they? Well, the All Out was scheduled way before WWE scheduled the Clash at the Castle. Okay. Not only did they do that, they also had an NXT show. So it was NXT 2.0 versus NXT UK.
Yeah, but is it just...
And I guess he feels like that watered down that weekend of wrestling before his pay-per-view, and he basically said he's not going to take it lightly.
Okay, so Burger King ain't going to sell Whoppers on Monday because McDonald's is selling Big Macs on Monday, and then Burger King, like, vice versa. Like, I mean, they're not on the same day.
jaBROni, jaBROni, ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jaBROni.
Hello, what is going on, everybody? We are back. Welcome to the jaBROnis. I'm Topher McCann. I got this bad boy here. jaBROni World Championship. Just like there's rumors of Roman not dropping the title anytime this year, I also heard there's rumors swirling about this title as well. 2023, I'm hearing possibly, but maybe even 2024. I'm Topher McCann. He's Mike Butler. We're back 2 times in 1 week.
Yeah, sometimes you get one of those weeks.
So, I mean, since we last left everybody, we had Dynamite, and we were waiting for the announcement from Tony Khan to see what was up. The rumors were everywhere, from Punk being fired. We found out Punk was hurt during the match, during a tope, allegedly. Possibly could have had surgery already and whatnot. But we were told we unfortunately did not kick off Dynamite with Tony Storm. I don't know. It was a missed opportunity. But all right, well, I want to ask you first. What were your thoughts of having a a pre-taped announcement with Tony Khan instead of him coming out.
You think that was pre-taped?
I think so. Yeah, he was definitely reading off a teleprompter.
I don't, as far as him not coming out or him doing that, I don't think there's really that big of. I don't think either or is a big of a deal.
I was just asking.
Although, I'll tell you what, maybe it's a better thing that he didn't show up live because that video got booed tremendously.
I think maybe he had an idea.
So maybe I didn't think he would get booed. Like, what'd he do?
Not do anything during the press conference.
I didn't think it would garner boos for the guy. I feel bad for him, but I mean, it just took me by surprise. That's all.
I don't think I did mention, but I did. At the same time, I guess you can't. Maybe the words don't come out, but you're the owner. But I did feel bad for him, but it just seemed like also his body motions and him nodding his head along was not working for him as well, though. So I mean, at that point, you couldn't really. But also, I don't know if you're in that awkward situation, but maybe you are just nodding along because you're just completely petrified. I don't know why you're petrified of.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we sit here and say this. We don't know what we would have done in that situation. I mean, I know what I would have done in that situation, but I mean, do we really? No. It's and then like I don't know what's in the air this week, but like you got the UFC thing going on, and it's like, look what Dana did, like, yeah.
Took one from AEW's book.
Maybe he's been around that kind of scenario before. But then again, he's never had to do that before. So, I don't know. Maybe watch some UFC, Tony. I don't know.
I had to do a back-to-school night for first grade. And it was at 7:00, and I think the UFC I saw presser was around then. So when I got home, I went and searched it, and then I saw on Twitter the 40-second clip of Dana canceling it, and I was like, "Oh, whoa!" They must have watched.
People like to fight,
Hey, it's gonna hype it up. I mean, look at all of this. I mean, I don't know if it was a positive or negative, but it's been talked about nonstop. Almost. I mean, this was the most. The top two things this year that were consistently talked about nonstop were Cody Rhodes when it was in that in between where when's he showing up at May. Oh, you talked about Cody nonstop. Now it's this media scrum thing. I feel like the last 2 years it was releases were the ongoing motif.
Yeah, it has been.
Calm down now. Now it's more about rehiring.
Yes, it's about WWE 2K22 getting all up to date again and stuff. Whoa.
What happened?
My keyboard dropped down. I'm sorry. I got pumped about the rosters being updated, and
everyone's almost back.
Shit happened. Yes, everyone's almost back. I think there's still a couple more stragglers, that you're either in another company. But actually, I think that's it. Just people who are in another company.
I guess we'll continue talking about because we didn't even get to the actual announcement now. But it was announced that he was stripping the AEW first. The first thing was the AEW Trios Championships were being
not a good start to the lineage.
Vacated. Yeah. And right when you heard that, that's when you could actually audibly hear gasp from the crowd when that was announced. Because everyone was assuming maybe with all with Punk and everything.
Yeah, by that time everyone I think knew that Punk was not only in deep shit, but I'm pretty sure people knew he was injured. Not that I don't think they knew how serious it was. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they did know. But you knew he was injured, so you knew that the title was probably coming off of him. But which the trios titles being vacated says to me that the Elite is not going to be back for quite some time, which is a whole other thing. Like, how long are these guys gone?
That's what we were texting each other, and that's why I remember texting you. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if this suspension is long to set a precedent. I mean, if Punk's staying around, he's going to be out 8 months. So
do you tack on a suspension after that? Like, do you go that long without your biggest draw? Will he even be a draw by the time? By the time he's he
won the
healthy,
won the belt, hurt, won the belt, hurt. I mean, I don't know. It's I don't know if you bring, but then there's all these conspiracy theorists out now where people were saying that Punk knew he was hurt, so this is why he wanted to get all this stuff out at the scrum. People were today. I was hearing reports of it was not worked, but he was rehearsing everything that he wanted to say. Which maybe, yeah. If you have all these things built up and you're angry about it, you think about it in your head what you want to say, and if you find the opportunity, there you go. I really don't do it ever here, but I always think of something. I'm like, yeah, and then I forget by the time we're on here, unless I write it down. So there's these little conspiracy things all with it still at the same time. But after all of this, it was announced that we were getting new trios champions right off the bat. They were kicking off the show, Death Triangle and Best Friends, and that we were getting a tournament to determine a new AEW champion. And not just any tournament, a Grand Slam tournament. Oh my God, let's do it. All right, we're bringing in our head correspondent of Butler Bracketology, Mike Butler here. Mike, your feelings on another tournament in AEW? And
just when you think you got rid of me, you don't, and I think that's going to be a major major factor here. Is the fact that I'm never going away, and neither are the headsets, because once one tournament ends, another one is right around the corner. So I'm very excited. You think you can get rid of me, but the fact is you just can't. You just can't. So I'm looking at this. I'm
gonna throw it up for you.
Yeah. Oh, good. I have it up in front of me. Let's let the viewers see. This is our updated bracket, actually. Ooh, yours isn't updated. How about that? All right. So this is not only a Grand Slam tournament. This is a Grand Slam tournament of champions. Now, the idea here is that if you've ever won a championship, either in AEW or in your career, then you're going to be in this tournament. The fact is, we only have 6 spots, so you really got to be special. So Hangman Page and Bryan Danielson happened in Dynamite, and it was the Hangman versus Bryan Danielson Part 3. And let me tell you, I think this was an okay match. I don't think I was a fan of the first one. I think I wasn't a fan of the second one, but it was a little better than the first one. This one I didn't mind. But let me tell you, Toph, you could smell this fart from a mile away that Bryan Danielson was going to win this thing and get his victory over Jericho back from the pay-per-view, because that's what we're going. We're going Chris Jericho and Bryan Danielson next week, I believe it is. Yep, there it is, right in front of my face, next week in Albany, New York. And then on Rampage tonight, you'll have Sammy Guevara, 3-time TNT champion, because because that matters, against Darby Allin, the longest reigning TNT champion. So, those two are going to go at it tonight, and only 300 people are going to watch it.
They're going to miss, just put it out there, spoiler for Rampage. Sammy Guevara wins that match.
Does he really?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to put Sammy Guevara into Jon Moxley, and Jesus Christ, that match is going to be a goddamn, oh my goodness. Jon Moxley is just going to absolutely destroy Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara doesn't have a chance. Sammy Guevara has a better shot with a snowball's chance than hell, okay?
Moxley should have got a double bye. And then also, Jericho spoiled the match for Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, that's another reason why you could smell from a mile away. I mean, Jericho cut a promo saying he's going to beat Bryan Danielson again, and when the match didn't even start, I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? But then, I mean, so really we could, I mean, this isn't as grand slam as it may sound because, you know, at least, see, in the women's tag team tournament for the WWE, I was wrong, like, by a long, long way. Here, you can just see where we're going. We're going to go to Grand Slam. We're going to get Bryan Danielson versus Jon Moxley, 2 members of the BCC club. And I gotta say, I mean, I'm hesitant to, even though, well, there are two ways that we can go here. My original pick was Bryan Danielson to win this tournament, even before I saw the goddamn the bracket here. But I gotta say, after that promo Jon Moxley took or cut on Wednesday, when he wasn't even supposed to be there, I think Jon Moxley is going to walk out here as a 4-time. Can you believe that? 4-time AEW World Champion.
It's 3. Would it be 3?
He's currently a 3-time. See, it says right there.
No, they're including WWE reigns in this.
No.
Yeah, they included his SmackDown.
Listen. No, they're not. Well, I mean, they are, but they said on the broadcast that Jon Moxley is a 3-time AEW champion.
Didn't he win the interim once?
They count. Yeah, they count that as a title reign.
So wouldn't he be 4-time if they're including WWE? Didn't they include WWE in these?
Well, yeah, for Bryan Danielson they did, yeah. And
why
Jared.
not? Is he? But why not Moxley? Didn't he win?
Well, either the guy who made the graphic fucked up or Excalibur fucked up when he called Jon Moxley a 3-time AEW champion.
Hey, I'm just, you know, it also...
You can't get me fired up when we're talking about brackets, okay? You can't do it.
I also now think, I mean, these guys they had a talent meeting on Wednesday. We had Danielson, Jericho, Moxley, Jericho, Danielson, Moxley. Was it the 3 of them? Wasn't somebody else?
I mean, they were the ringleaders, which are probably better ringleaders than what they had in the first talent meeting.
Those 3, yeah. So I don't know. We have to remember that Jon Moxley was supposed to be going on vacation.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
There is a chance maybe like we go with the Bryan Danielson thing, but also it's out there we could possibly be doing MJF and Moxley at Full Gear. So I don't know what your thoughts are.
I mean, it would be very Tony Khan like to have Jon Moxley cut that kind of promo and still not give him the championship. The title never should have came off of Moxley in the first place. I mean, the whole CM Punk Jon Moxley situation is just a very weird, was very, very, very stupid. I mean, you have the heart and soul of AEW win the interim AEW championship and then beat the current AEW champion in CM Punk only to lose it 10 days later. It doesn't make much fucking sense other than being in Chicago for CM Punk, giving him the win of a lifetime, and then, you know, he goes in the locker room and he starts beating the shit out of people.
It's not professional. All right. Well, we have your breakdown. We're gonna get back to We're gonna get back to you next week to see if we're gonna get that final setup of Moxley and Bryan Danielson, and then we'll get a little bit more into this bracket because I mean after that, this tournament's already over. I mean they come and they go,
but they always come.
They do always come, and there will be more. But thank you for breaking it down for us on another.
Oh, of course. It's my pleasure being here.
Butler Bracketology. someone, a former WWE guy, top guy, is gonna be our AEW champion again, and I'm all here for it.
I mean, I'd much rather, honestly, with the choices that you have. I mean, I'd rather see one of them do it than Guevara or Allen. No offense to Darby Allin.
This is a hot take, probably, but I think it would be kind of stale if Bryan Danielson won it. I don't know why.
I mean, more stale than. I mean, Moxley more stale than Jericho. Two people.
I was also gonna say that I think the finals is gonna be two guys that I really am just like, But I also, dude, honestly, Jericho with it again. He was the most entertaining out of.
I think if you're looking for a champion that'll get your company back on track publicly, and just kind of hit the reset button, I think Jericho is the perfect champion. If you want to keep on pleasing your IWC, which is basically what AEW does, it pleases the IWC. I wouldn't be shocked if Tony Khan spends at least 5 hours a day scrolling through the hashtag AEW and hashtag Dynamite and hashtag Rampage, and he just picks off ideas from Twitter, to be honest. If you want to keep doing that, I think Bryan Danielson is the way to go, or Moxley. Which, I mean, in my opinion, I think Moxley should win the tournament, especially after the promo he cut on Wednesday.
Agree.
But then it's like, I don't know if this matters or not. It's like, as a 4-time AEW world champion, you're getting to, you're going to be the elite of the elite.
And then you also then have to think about the match. You know it's going to be MJF, and you know it's going to be now you have to line it up. You don't know MJF Mox, MJF Jericho, MJF Bryan Danielson. And when you break it down like that, I mean, there's story there there's a history with Jericho. I don't see it as enticing with Bryan Danielson. I guess that's when I said the whole hot take thing. Moxley, obviously, it seems like they're leaning towards that with what happened on Wednesday.
He's going to murder Sammy Guevara. Like, murder.
Yeah.
Like, I really want it to be a murder. It should be the squashiest of squash matches.
I just think the money match right now would be Mox and MJF.
I mean, and who's to say that won't happen? I would have loved, actually, if this tournament was a one-night tournament. I feel like it would make it more special. I feel like Grand Slam should have been a one-night Survivor Series 98 style tournament.
Oh, I'm sure, dude. We have so many more tournaments coming up. I'm sure we're at some point something's gonna happen where we're gonna have like the whole episodes dedicated to the tournament.
God, the biggest Butler bracketology episode there's ever been.
Oh yeah!
I cannot wait for it.
So, God, all this drama. We had new trios title, which we also were texting each other like, yeah. So it's like. Best friends, right? They've been here since the beginning. Like, they definitely have to win this. Nope. Apparently, we're wrong, and everyone wanted Death Triangle to win. And I also said, because I was like, yeah, Pac's got the All-Pacific title. He's good. They don't need, like, more title. Wrong. Pac is the first, I guess, 2 title holder, like, in...
Yeah, that's the first time first double champ in AEW.
My wife's favorite.
I guess if you're not counting that whole, belt collector thing, but I mean, different companies.
Yeah.
Sort of. Yeah.
We can't. We count things sometimes, but sometimes we don't. We use our rankings sometimes, but sometimes we don't. Well, I kicked over. All right. So yes, Death Triangle, Trios champions. We talked about the Bryan Danielson Hangman match. What else happened on Wardlow had a match. I know that.
Oh, right. I tuned out for
Yeah,
that.
Wardlow had a match.
I actually texted you who the TNT champion was because I thought I was trying to think of him and I could not, which is not good. Because I know all champions usually. If I forget who the champion is for something, something's wrong. Something's wrong.
We had the acclaimed and Swerve came out to
That match made official. I mean, great move getting Swerve to interrupt the Rat.
Yes.
Very great move. I'm
was-
still pissed that I didn't hear the Rat. I would like him to eventually rap it.
But after all of this, after all this, before the trios match, the only important thing, he's back. He's got a microphone. MJF returned, and he came out in a Josh Allen jersey, and he was hamming up the crowd, and we all knew the inevitable was going to happen, but it's just proving that MJF, like Jericho said in the scrum, this guy's gonna be a babyface one time. He could turn it on and off real quick. But he came out. Of course, we had WWE mentions. We had to. No direct references really to the
AEW is built on the basis of WWE references, or at least their promos are. Maybe not the company itself, because that's an insult to the people who started the company. But AEW promos would not be promos without a WWE reference.
So what was your favorite reference of the week?
I did like how he call Triple H like the best boss ever or something.
The game, he said he's his favorite, I think it was his favorite wrestler, the game.
I mean, like that kind of stuff was pretty. That like because it Triple H is doing so good.
The best,
so good.
The best con he referenced.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it was. Which I still hold Tony in kind of a higher regard to Nick because I still blame Nick for that Black Summer that we had.
Yeah, but that came out. I was reading that Triple H was in that. I don't know if it was with Ariel, was saying that Nick Khan. He's like the guy got trashed on social media, and he's like, I gotta tell you. And again, this could just be because he was like, the guy had nothing to do with the releases and who was getting released. And it's just funny, like, if that is the case, like everyone remembers him getting destroyed. But if that is the case,
if we ever booked an interview with one of those releases and they were like, yeah, man, Nick Khan had nothing to do with it, I would personally write Nick Khan an apology. And I would give him $20.
You heard it, Nick.
So anyone who wants to come on the jaBROnis, I mean, I know we're not big on interviews, but if you want to just drop in and be like, "Yo, Nick Khan didn't do shit,"
we could use the $20. I mean, if you want to give it to us.
Yeah, and I really can't afford to lose $20 because of fucking Matt Stafford. So,
oh man, he's terrible. 4 interceptions.
4 interceptions, only 1 touchdown pass. 1 touchdown pass, and when needed 2 from him. Greatest show on turf, my ass.
I wanted Bills, switched over to the Rams, was playing against Stafford, had the Rams defense. So it was like one of those games where I don't even know.
Oh, fantasy football was just not my friend this week either. In one league, I'm facing Josh Allen, and the other league, I'm facing Stephon Diggs.
Oh, yeah. So a rough opening night, as expected. But you got full slate Sunday.
You got breaking news here. There's a picture floating around of John Cena. He's growing a beard.
He's got the goatee. I saw that.
You saw that? He's got the stubble going right now, and I'm not gonna lie, it's doing things to me.
When I was scrolling just right before we went on, just to see if anything was happening, mostly everything that was tweeted was about John Cena's like lower goatee.
Yeah.
Oh,
it works.
When I searched for AEW Championship Tournament, oh my God, if you Google that and go to images, there's so many of them. It's very funny. Yeah, there's so many. Like the first 9 are all different. I'm like, how fucking tournaments have they really like? We joke about it, but it's like it's a literal.
Did they have a tournament to crown the inaugural AEW champion? Like, how did that match get made?
No, that was made at the presser. I feel like that was with Hangman and Jericho. That was like
there had to be a battle royal one or something.
Nah, there was. I feel like something happened at was it something at? Oh yeah, I can't remember that. If it was something at All Out.
Well, was it All Out 2019 when they crowned that champion? Yeah.
Like a battle royal. I feel like he's won a few of them though. But
all right, so they did something. They were like, the winner of the Casino Battle Royal held during the buy-in would face the winner of Double or Nothing's main event at a future date to determine the inaugural AEW World Champion. Adam Page won the Battle Royal. Jericho defeated
Omega. Yeah.
So not even a fucking tournament. The one time where a tournament would actually, like, the one time you're supposed to have a tournament. They didn't have a tournament.
I guess it was because you didn't really know these. Nah, because I guess if you were watching that paper,
what a way to get to know him, a fucking tournament, huh?
Hey,
I don't mean to be loud. I'm sorry.
MJF though, yes,
MJF killed it. Yeah.
Also mentioned the American roller.
The American roller coaster. I fucking love that.
The second time he's used that reference, like
I didn't hear the first time because this one blew my fucking brain out because it was so great.
He did it with Wardlow when they did that with the table in the ring. I don't know if it was maybe it was the go home to
right.
That what was it? All Out with all that nonsense, or no? All Out just happened. It was
Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing. But yeah, he mentioned it in that one about joining up with his friend, the American roller coaster. But yeah, the bid for 2024 is still going on, and well, I mean, that's what we're supposed to believe. So they're going full on with this.
Yes, they are.
And I mean, that was really, I mean, we wanted to find out what was happening with all the fighting and the Elite and Punk and Ace Steel and Dogs. And then we wanted to hear from MJF. Got all that. We talked about Raw already this past week. We're getting SmackDown tonight. We're going to see the debut of Solo
Sikoa versus Drew McIntyre in what is going to be a no disqualification match.
Okay, so like we said, we're definitely getting his first win tonight here. Maybe appearances from everybody in the bloodline.
I feel like that is advertised. You know what I think is going to happen? And I think there's one person that could pull this off, and it's Sami Zayn. I think there's going to be a jealous storyline with Sami and Solo because, dude, Solo just got here. How is he in the bloodline already? And Sami Sami playing that up, and meanwhile he's been busting his ass to try to get appreciated by these guys, but they just let Solo in the bloodline, completely ignoring the fact that they're actually blood relatives.
He has to like earn his due. Sami Zayn saying he needs to earn his dues would be.
Yeah, right. I think that's perfect.
Sami's he's gonna be a baby face before
soon,
Mania.
Very soon.
Also, we'll mention that
Braun Strowman's supposed to be on SmackDown tonight too.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know what he can do except, I mean, he can't Roman's not going to be around for a while, so it's not like you can show
I
up.
mean, look, he did this fatal 4-way tag team interference, right, on Raw. There's a fatal 5-way match tonight. There's women in it, but I mean, he could still fucking probably do some damage. You know?
He's going to bury Lacey Evans' return and just choo-choo train her.
Very well could. I would not put it past him.
He's not going to slip this time. That's why I'm watching tonight for that. Why do you put this awesome stuff in my head and then it doesn't happen?
I'm sorry.
But there's going to be something missing from SmackDown tonight. Something that we've all grown and love weekly. Pat McAfee. He is going to be on College Game Day. He will be leaving us for the college football season. I think this almost guarantees him coming out like number 11 at the Rumble. Something like that.
Really?
Around there. Yeah. It's over by then. College football's done. He's definitely coming out at the Rumble. Mark it.
I didn't think of that. That's very good. See, I was thinking about ways we can keep Pat without having him running around the whole world. And it's like, it's not the perfect solution, but couldn't we just do a little trade-off of Corey to SmackDown and Pat to Raw? Because, I mean, I don't know. You got game day Saturday. Oh, take Sunday to watch football and get your ass to Monday Night Raw. I don't know. I'm just trying to keep Pat around, okay? That's me. I wonder if that was ever. I just wonder if that was ever brought up, you know. But I like your idea better.
Yeah, it's lined up. When I was thinking about it, I was like, all your bowl games are in December. College, it's going to be done. It's the perfect opportunity. They just announced what they're doing at the Alamo Dome. So I think it lines up perfectly to bring McAfee back for Mania season, and hopefully he'll have I'm assuming he's going to have a match on the card. He's like the Undertaker now every year. I'm just like, what's the match? Or when Shane was around, just like, what's the Shane match? What's the McAfee match? That's what I want him to be now.
I mean, yeah, I could see it. But eventually you gotta, no offense. I mean, you gotta have him lose, you know? I mean,
No. I could. I mean, there's things we could see tonight. There's all this talks of Baron Corbin with JBL.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if JBL makes an appearance. He'd be very easy to get.
I mean, because they did something where he pulled up in a limo and you heard like a voiceover. It's definitely not JBL.
Definitely not JBL's actual voice. I listened to that over 30 times. I was like, that is definitely not JBL, or at least not JBL in person.
They used like an old recording of him asking if somebody wanted to get in. So,
what are you doing? Get in. You suck.
So we could see what's going on with that. I mean, we haven't seen our boy Madcap.
Oh, we saw our boy Madcap in the greatest fucking TikTok that I think I've ever witnessed. Okay? Picking the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. That guy just jumped up to the top 5 in my fucking all-time favorite wrestlers in the world ever. So, you know, maybe top 1, maybe top 2, because the only other guy that I've seen give the Eagles some love is The Rock. So, you know, I don't know.
You keep forgetting Ricochet too. We can't forget about Ricochet.
Yeah, I didn't watch that part. I got too excited when
I felt like I wanted to see if there was any more, if there was doubles of any team. And then, oh my God, the Eagles got doubles in it. So we have to show love to Ricochet as well.
Love you, Ricochet.
He's a local boy.
You deserve to be used better. I love you. Prince Puma for life.
What else did we have go on? Anything else interesting? Yeah, I already mentioned that they don't plan on dropping Roman dropping the title anytime the rest of the year, which makes sense, especially with not really much coming up.
So let's see, just a couple quick sound bites. Apparently, Dave Meltzer has said that AEW has suspended CM Punk for the time being. Torn tricep surgery will keep him out for 8 months. there was something. Braun Strowman is advertised for tonight. John Cena's in talks of starring in a movie with Zac Efron. That will be fucking hilarious. And I think I'm done. Oh, and the MLB banned the shift for next year.
They really banned.
Bryce Harper's going to eat.
They're banning the shift.
And they did something else too. You got like 15 seconds to throw the ball.
They did a pitch clock. They did do the pitch clock too.
Yeah.
Did they enlarge the bases? Did you see?
Let's see.
They were like the top 3 things, I think: a pitch count, the shift, and making the bags large, like the bags bigger.
I don't see anything about the bases. It just says 15-second pitching clock with the bases empty, 20 with runners on, and 2 fielders on each side of second base, both feet on the dirt. Can't go in the green. It's got to be in the dirt.
Oh, it's.
Well, I changed shit. I mean, as somebody who's followed a team whose best power hitters have always been lefties, it seems, I love the shift. But, I mean, why change everything else? I mean, could you imagine Ryan Howard with not having to face the shift? He'd be a surefire Hall of Famer. I mean, Bryce Harper is a surefire Hall of Famer, but he is going to, oh my goodness.
It's going to change game.
Same with Schwarber. It's going to change. It is going to change the game. For better or for worse is going to be the argument, but yes, it's going to change the game.
I got something here. I saw that.
Ooh, I got another tidbit. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This is where they're doing the interviews with the fight, and apparently the 2 other people who that were not suspended or let go were the chief legal officer Mega Parikh, and then MJF.
Yes.
So MJF, well, I didn't know that at all. I didn't know he was in the room as well.
Yeah, that came out today. I'm glad that he's doing this. He being Tony is doing this third-party investigator, and he's getting to like the actual bottom of this, and they're going to interview MJF, and they're going to interview that other person, see what really happened. And somebody has to have like a recorder or something so the world can hear it.
That's why that chief legal officer being there, that's what I'm saying. Like the fact that she was there means that what actually happened is going to inevitably come out.
Yeah.
Because if she wasn't there, maybe not. But since she was, like, the actual what happened, who started it, everything will come out inevitably. I don't know how long, but it's.
What do you think of these reports that Punk's little rant was premeditated?
Yeah, that's what I was kind of referencing before, like planned out. Like again, like I said, like there's things that you want to say maybe, but are you insinuating that Tony Khan was in on this and was helping him out with things he was going to say? Do you really think he was involved with
He'd be in
him?
some fucking shit. See, I don't think so, because if he did that, it'd be so bad for the company internally.
Colt Cabana, Scott Colton. Do you think like he was involved with that part? But then all of a sudden,
you should totally call him Scott.
He's not calling Adam Page or by his real name. He's calling him Hangman. Like, so it's like, again, if people, this is not a work. If it was, it would be, even if you're trying to get a one up on the wrestling media and I don't know, have this whole elaborate thing. Like, why would you do it at the cost of MJF's return and with that storyline in general, which is definitely worked perfectly and it's been for months? Why would you sabotage his return after the beginning of the summer, him having that epic promo, and then he comes back? There's those guys fighting. It was not part of it. Like, there's no way you can say that. Like,
No.
The things that were said, again, this is Punk, I think. This is what he's been.
The people who think it's a work are the people who want to believe that AEW is all sunshines and rainbows. That's all it is.
Yeah, I just don't see any situation where this at all is... Just because, I mean, there's legal involved. There's all this stuff. It's not... I mean, if they did this with the thought of everything and having it planned out, and this was like a whole... It would be amazing. It would be fantastic. But that's not the case here.
Two more things. Did you notice that a popular Vince McMahon band made its return at Clash of the Castle? A little fun fact here for you.
Was there a band there? No. Who? What happened?
So Drew McIntyre hits that Claymore, right? And the ref, 1, 2, and then gets pulled out of the ring. Guess what? Vince McMahon banned that. Was not a fan of that, apparently. That was another Vince McMahonism.
Oh, pulling the ref?
Pulling the ref out when the babyface is about to win. Apparently it didn't make sense.
No.
To him. Not me, but to him. So there's that.
And then I also heard, what was I listening to today? They were talking about the DQ, and they were talking about the match with Retribution and Hurt Business, where, like, if the illegal man ends up attacking the legal man in the match without the partner, like after the 5 seconds, like it's a DQ or something, and it happened during
that used to be like a rule, yeah.
I might have even worded that wrong, but I remember all these small little things, like you just mentioned now, are starting to, everything's cool, guys. We could try these things out.
Yep. And one more thing, probably the most important thing, our boy, Tom Phillips / Tom Hannafan. Didn't know this. I don't know if you knew this, but the man's got NFL locks. He is on a show.
Wait, really? He's our guy now?
For FTN. I'm looking at the Twitter page, FTN Bets, at FTN Bets. Says, come for the sports betting, stay for the fire emoji 3 times. Oh, fire intro. There you go. Tom and 2 other jabronis bring you the NFL Sports Betting Show. Join us for the premiere episode at 5 p.m. on YouTube. So we got to see what Tom's got on deck for this weekend.
Well,
at FTN Bets.
Like now?
Yeah. He himself tweeted 11 minutes ago, going live at 5 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, shit. What are we doing this bullshit?
I don't know what we're doing.
Oh, God.
That needed to be known.
All right, so he's our new
he's our new guy.
We have our wrestling news is Ringside and Zero. Was his name Zero?
Something like that. Zero News. Haven't heard much from him on Twitter, by the way.
He's taking a break. He was like Moxley. He was supposed to get 2 weeks, but he actually did get his 2 weeks. So Zero is on vacation. Ringside's still out there. So if anything happens, Ringside's got us. But yeah, I mean, that's about it. I mean, we're going to now solidify these. We talked about these in the beginning of the week, but we have to see if they're official now. jaBROni of the week.
Johnny Cena went to town riding on a pony. Rock stuck a feather up his ass and called him a jaBROni.
All right.
I mean, you know, did anything come out for you that made you think, you know what, CM Punk? Maybe I misjudged this week.
No,
if anything, something came out that, even for more of a reason, makes you want to put him at jaBROni of the week.
Kayla Braxton had a tweet that bothered me about like.
Kayla is a sweetheart. What are you doing here?
It was just about.
What did she do?
It was
that
just
put
about,
you up to CM Punk? Like,
no, it wasn't like that. I was just saying she had a. I mean, I just remembered it now that it bothered me. There was nothing wrong with it.
I'm gonna search her tweets and try to guess which one pissed you off.
It was it's nothing bad even. It's like when people complain about flights. It was like a cliche one. She like quote tweeted like Delta, like when your flight leaves on time, and I wanted to like throw my phone. I don't know why it got me mad. I was just like, shut up. Stop complaining about planes. Like, what the hell? Complain about wrestling on a YouTube and podcast or whatever. God. Oh my God.
She did have one tweet that I did like, but rereading it, I don't get.
Oh, no.
It was talking about a date she had coming up with a guy named Farzan. And she says, and I quote, "I have a date coming up with a guy named Farzan, and I have no idea how I'm going to get through it without making about 86 different jokes. For example," and you know me, I'm a joke guy. "Hi, nice to meet you, Farzan. So, like, how far was your rainforest from your cousin Tarzan's?"
Yeah. All right. So Kayla Braxton is my jaBROni.
No.
Was that tweeted this week?
That was tweeted September 7th. Yes, 2 days ago.
Oh, come
on.
You did it. I didn't. That's bad.
Punk started a whole war, man.
She started a war.
Oh my God. She's just trying to enjoy Farzan.
With me. Is she dating Ricochet?
Wow,
She's
man.
the one who.
No, I don't think.
Is that Bray Wyatt's wife? Who is she?
No. Bray Wyatt's wife doesn't work for WWE anymore.
Oh God, I can't get. They all look the same. I can't get them. I'm getting them confused. Is that Brandy Rhodes? Am I mad at Brandy Rhodes now?
I mean, you should be. They canceled Cody. They canceled Rhodes at the top. Remember?
Oh, shit.
I can't believe you just did that. Now, CM Punk is definitely jaBROni of the week.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. It's CM Punk still.
Oh, all right.
Save her for.
All right. So Punk's 3 weeks in a row for you. He's 2 out of the 3 last weeks for me. Basically a shoe-in almost for jaBROni of the week. If he does anything in these next 8 months that puts him on the list, I feel like he should probably definitely be jaBROni of the year, just because how you going to be on this segment when you not even there?
Yeah, I wonder if it's just quiet now, if we just don't hear from anything from him except when the Blackhawks start playing. Maybe.
Yeah. RIP to the Queen, bro.
Yes.
RIP to the Queen.
She's definitely not a jaBROni.
She's not.
CM Punk and Kayla Braxton are.
Johnny Cena went to town riding on a pony. Rock stuck a feather up his ass and called him a jaBROni.
Got her.
Speaking of the Queen, and I'm glad we exited out of that segment, because that means that now the jaBROni of the week are solidified. And if she watches this, I'm just going to definitely be just killed. But yesterday, when it all happened, talking to Dana about it, she goes, "So, she like our queen?" I'm like, really? I was like, "No, our queen is Joe Biden."
Whether you like it or not, he is our queen.
Yes, our queen is Joe Biden. I thought that was funny.
That's fantastic. That
was definitely a head turner. Like, what?
But that's not jaBROni of the week. That's just funny. That's good humor. That's all. I mean, it could be our queen if she wants. I mean, yeah. What are you gonna do? Sad though. But we will return next week. Hopefully for, I don't know, just next week will be a calm down show, maybe finally. we've just had pay-per-views and drama. Next week, hopefully, we're back. We can throw it on cruise control and maybe just there won't be any drama or nonsense. But I won't make any promises because that's probably I highly doubt that's going to be the case. Do you have any closing words here before we go?
Yeah, follow me on TikTok, Butler1127. Check out my wife's show, Mom's Time to Wine. They talked about actually, show kind of went off the rails a little bit last night because maybe they had too much wine, but they talked about finding time for yourselves as mothers, and then it was just a Butler invasion. You had me on the show typing away, and you had my brothers on the show typing away. So definitely check that out. They're on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. If you're on a Facebook, I think they're on Instagram. They're on TikTok. Mom's Time to Wine, all under it. Make sure you give them a what's up. Their shows are very good, very good.
Yes, I will have to check. Oh my God, the Butler brothers were sabotaged. They sabotaged.
Yeah, we were in there like swimwear last night.
All right. Yeah, and then you can follow us. Myself, I'm Happy jaBROni on Twitter. You could follow the show, jaBROni's Pod. We have the Twitch up there. I'm rarely on it. It's the show streams there randomly. jaBROni's Pod also. The YouTube page, we're just about around 1,200 subscribers.
Yeah, we were at about 1,600. Something happened.
Wait, what happened? Really?
We were at 1.6 at one point last week, but then we dropped to 1.16.
Really?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I don't know if YouTube's kicking out any bots or whatever, but
they're messing up a lot of shows. They mess up.
No, they didn't mess up that little prediction, that mega prediction show we did. A lot of people liked that shit. Well, maybe not liked it really, but they watched it. A lot of people watched it.
Some of the stuff I watch, these copyright strikes and everything, and videos not going up, algorithms, it's bullshit, but whatever. We're on the road to 2,000. We're going to keep going. Yeah. YouTube.com/the jaBROnis Pod. Go subscribe.
Real quick, any ideas on who's going to replace Pat tonight? Any guesses?
No. I'm
just assuming it's Corey, but I mean, I'm seeing some interesting faces like Wade Barrett, Nigel McGuinness, Booker T.
It's all depending on everyone's. I mean, Wade doesn't he do NXT?
Wade Barrett? Yeah, Wade does. Wade still does. Yeah.
Booker T. I mean, he has his own wrestling promotion. He does his own show.
I just feel like Corey Graves is just an easy answer and boring answer, but I guess like if you're looking for chemistry with Michael Cole, I mean, it's got to be Corey, right? And but I won't hate Wade Barrett.
Where's Morrow? Is Morrow Ranallo coming back?
That's another name that's popped up. I don't think that he's a real possibility though.
Yeah, I mean, Byron. There's not really. Beth Phoenix. I can't. I would just assume it's got to be Corey Graves.
Yeah, it's probably Corey Graves. It would be real fucking shitty if it was Byron Saxton.
He's their utility guy. He's like their. And I think I think this was kind of planned out. So I guess like whoever is going to be doing it had some time to be notified, or it's like maybe they do Graves this week and then they figure out, or like we were talking about like guest commentators coming on, and I don't know if you do wrestlers.
I said that mainly because I would love to see Kevin Owens do commentary.
Like, but I wouldn't want it to be when they brought in like the guest weekly stars, like the.
No. I'm talking about people that are there that aren't doing much.
Yeah, just bring them in for commentary. Even if it's like if SmackDown, like bring in a Raw guy, like to do
fly Randy Orton's ass out on the commentary table while he's getting healed up and shit. You know.
I mean, you
bring CM Punk in. Bring CM Punk in.
you could do a storyline with this, even where if you did bring a wrestler in and do it for a while, where they're doing the commentary, and then finally when McAfee's about to come back, they could turn an angle with someone where they finally get out from the desk and hit them like, yeah, I don't know. I just
see, like that's kind of where I'm thinking. I think Triple H is thinking the same thing. So I think Triple H knows what's going on.
Or, I mean, wasn't Corey Graves cleared a while ago?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's a build up where if Graves comes back, McAfee comes back, and that's the
winner gets the desk. There's your WrestleMania match.
And McAfee gets his win again. Let's go.
There you go. I want them to save that for WrestleMania 40, though.
All right.
Now I'm done. I'm done. We hit an hour. We're
Perfectly.
done.
We will see you all next week. jaBROnis. Out.
jaBROni, jaBRONI, XYZ, ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jaBROni.